Okay, everybody. This is January the 13th, 2021. Um I want to get on today because I had a few questions from some people, and about how to take back control over your life. So a lot of this is already in my other videos and my YouTube channel. But I'm going to do a rundown of it just to kind of put it all in one video for people who might not have time to watch any other videos. But for Morgellons and targeting, of course Morgellons is a form of targeting, so they're actually one and the same. But for 20 years I just had the Morgellons, or at least that's what I thought. I wasn't aware of any other targeting, until beginning of last year, when I started getting hit with these directed energy weapons. But I could have been, it's possible I could have been being hit with them all along and just didn't know it, and I just started ramping it up and I just started noticing it. But as far as I know, Morgellons is mainly what I was dealing with for the past 20 years. And but now it's beginning of 2020 of last year, I've been they started hitting me with some other kind of energy weapon. Now I don't really know what kind of weapons it is. I know it's a directed energy weapon of some type, and honestly, if I don't know how these things work, but I definitely know that they're hitting me with them and they're targeting me, okay, through my windows and stuff. So because when they mainly hit me in the ear. They're most of the time when I'm targeted, it's going to be in the ear. So sometimes in the head, the temple. And I always know because my ears start heating up. I hear the frequencies drop, and then I know that I'm being scanned. Somebody's, they're targeting me. So I don't know if this is somebody, an actual person that's, hitting me through the window, or if this is these signals are coming from the cell towers. I know somebody told me that it could be the cell towers. That's like a couple of blocks down my road. I got two 5G cell towers. So if they have, I don't know how it works, but it's possible they could be remotely controlling the weapons from the cell towers. However they do that, I don't know. So I'm not really sure where the weapons are coming from, but I just know that they're here, okay? They got me tagged. So anyway, what I want to talk about is what I have learned about how to take back control, to keep them from controlling your life. What I have learned so far, because I'm still learning, I'm still being hit, still being targeted on a daily basis, but I'm doing everything I can to protect myself. I'm learning a lot about targeting, and I just want to share what I learned because there might be some other people out there who are going through what I'm going through. But there are two basic things that you need to do. Okay, first is to remove the nanotechnology from the body. Okay, so that because they have to have the nanotechnology, or the Morgellons, or artificial intelligence, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing. They have to have the Morgellons stabilized in the body. In other words, the body has to have the nanotechnology in place, and then once it's in place, they use the frequencies around you to activate it. In other words, the nanotechnology, or the Morgellons in the body, reacts to the frequencies around you. Frequencies from your electronics, your appliances, your smart meters, your cell towers, everything that creates frequencies around you. The Morgellons, once it's stabilized in the body, it reacts to the frequencies, okay? And the higher the frequencies, the higher the frequencies are, then the more reaction you're going to get from the Morgellons in the body, or the nanotechnology, or the artificial intelligence in the body. Okay, so when they raise the frequencies, then that's going to make your Morgellons in your body go crazy. You're going to see a lot more problems with Morgellons. You're going to see a lot more activity, you know, crawling, itching, stinging, all this. So they have to have the nanotechnology, Morgellons, artificial intelligence. These are all three the same thing, okay? They're just different words for them. They have to have this stabilized in the body in order for it to work. And then all they got to do is have the frequency, increase the frequencies around you, okay? So the number one thing you got to do is you got to remove the Morgellons from the body, okay? It is not possible to remove all of it, okay, because it self-replicates, reproduces on its own. So you're never going to get rid of all of it, but you can remove enough of it to where you can take back control of your life, okay? So that's the number one thing, is to remove the Morgellons from the body. And number two, reduce the frequencies around you, okay? Eliminate what you can around you. Your Wi-Fi, like don't sleep with your Wi-Fi router in your bedroom, or don't there's just all kind of ways you can reduce it. In my case, mine is so severe, the frequencies are so bad here that, as everybody knows, I live in the dark. I have turned off all the breakers in my house except for one, and I live in the dark, because when I turn them back on, then I start getting the headaches, the dizziness, the nausea, and the chest pain. All that starts coming back. So I have to live in the dark in order to stay here in my house because of the frequencies. Now, and I do the treatments every day for the Morgellons, okay, to reduce as much of the Morgellons as I can. And once you get enough of it removed from the body, then you can pretty much take back control over your life in some degree. Okay, the main way that I remove it is to do the bathtub treatments every day, or soak in the bathtub every day in hot water with Epsom salt in it, okay? Every day. I usually stay in there, I try to stay at least an hour. If I can't stay an hour, I'll do 30 or 45 minutes every day. This is in the beginning now. This is what you do in the beginning. Every day, you have to do it every day. You keep doing it every day until you remove the Morgellons from the body, until you see all the fungus coming out, and all the little sand things coming out, the little black specks coming out that look like bugs, the little hair looking things will come out. You'll see little all kind of crazy looking, bizarre looking things come out of your body, okay? You just have to keep soaking, and it's going to be a strenuous process because it takes a long time, but you keep soaking in the tub until you see all this, until you see the majority of it come out. After a while, after about 6 months of this, you're probably going to see a reduction in the fungus and the other stuff, the other little things that come out. You're going to see it reduce. Okay, you might see some sores break out on your body, because I didn't have any sores break out until I started doing the tub soakings, and then the sores started breaking out all over my body. My body was pretty much covered in sores. But this is what happens when the Morgellon starts coming out of the body, because it comes through the skin, it breaks through the skin, and it causes inflammation and then sores, especially when you start scratching it off. So you may have sores and you may not, okay? But you keep doing the bathtub treatments until you get the majority of it out. And once you get the majority of the Morgellons out, then you'll get to a place where you won't have to do the tub treatments every night. You can cut it down to you just do your regular baths, but you don't have to do the treatments but maybe once or twice a week. It depends on your situation, okay? So the bathtub treatments and the Epsom salt is what I did, but you can use other things. I mean, there are other people out there who've got a lot of other things. You can use baking soda, you can use borax. Some people use borax. Some people there's all kind of other remedies out there. So you can check out my YouTube videos. You can check out, let's see, there's a Tony P who's got videos about it. The Lookout for Charlie's got videos about it. That's just 2 of them. There's tons of them out there, other videos that can give you information about how to remove the Morgellons from the body. But what I'm telling you is what I did, okay? And also Ken's Morgellons gel. I have a video about it on my YouTube channel. He has a gel that he has created that you can mix up and rub all over your body, leave it on, and then wash it off, and it works good too, because I use that. Also, I talked to a lady on the phone who said that she uses activated charcoal. Okay, now this will work, because I did try it some. It is messy though, because what you have to take the charcoal, like when you burn some wood or something in your fireplace, you take the charcoal and you dry rub it. You take it straight out of the fire, and or out of the fireplace or wherever, and you dry rub it all over your body. Now she mixes hers with the Demetrius earth. You can mix it with the Demetrius earth, mix it together and dry rub it. Just rub it all over your body, okay? And then she rubs it inside her scalp and leaves it in her scalp and everywhere. And she says you can also use it in the tub, in the bathtub. So I would be careful with that though, because that could clog your drain. And what else was it she said? The ashes and the oh yeah, and also she said that she gets the sulfur. You can get sulfur, folks. You can still buy that. You can't buy it over the counter, but you can ask for it at the pharmacist, and they will sell you a bottle of sulfur. You can take the sulfur internally, and you can use it externally. Now, I have not put the sulfur on my scalp yet, but she says you can do that. Okay, so the only thing with sulfur is it has a real strong odor to it, and so if you use that, you will smell like sulfur. And also, she says she mixes the sulfur with Gold Bond powder, I think, and then puts it sprinkles it on her sheets and sleeps on that at night. But anyway, that's just some ideas of some from some people and what they use. The main thing is to remove as much of the Morgellons from the body as you can. Okay. That is what you would do externally. Okay. For internally, you got to take the potassium iodide, because the potassium iodide will help remove the fungus from the body. Okay. I'm not sure what it does for the other stuff, but I know that it helps keep the fungus cleared up inside the body. So the potassium iodide, you get you a bottle of that and take it every day. Also, the bentonite clay, you can get a bottle of it already mixed up and take it 3 times a day. You can buy the powder and mix it yourself and take it 3 times a day. The bentonite clay, you can also use this just like you would the charcoal. You can put the bentonite clay all over your body, rub it all over your body. You can put it in your scalp, and also you can make a paste with it. You can make a paste with the bentonite clay, and you can rub that in your scalp. Now that's going to get kind of messy, but that will work, okay, to help remove the Morgellons from the scalp. There's all kind of remedies out there. All right, I'm just giving you a rundown on a few of them. The bentonite clay and okay, the potassium. We're talking internally now. Potassium iodide, the bentonite clay, oh yeah, I take the selenium glycinate, the chelate. The selenium glycinate binds with the heavy metals in the body and helps move them out. And also, I forgot to say, the bentonite clay does this too. The bentonite clay, if you take it internally, it will bind to the heavy metals in the body and move them out. So you got the bentonite clay, the selenium glycinate, the potassium iodide, and what else? It seemed like there was something else I was taking. I take vitamin D3. I'm not really sure what that helps with, but I know I feel like it helps, so I still take the vitamin D3 every day. And what else we take internally? You can do the oh yeah, Tony P's got a recipe where he mixes he takes some vodka and he puts like 3 drops of essential oils in the vodka and drinks that, and he says that will remove the biofilm from the body. Okay, the biofilm, which is the same thing as the fungus, you know, that builds up on your skin. That white fungus that builds up on your skin, looks like web building over your skin, forming over your skin. Okay, you can, for internally, you can drink the vodka with the essential oils. 3 drops of, he had like, let's see, summer savory, thyme. I think that's the only 2 he used, but you can use any kind of essential oil. You can use any kind of essential oil that's okay to take internally. Okay, make sure it's okay to take it internally. Okay, that will remove the biofilm. Plus, the potassium iodide, like I said, that helps remove the biofilm internally and externally too. Also, what I found helps to remove the biofilm externally is to get, I got a little bottle of those trace minerals. It's a little drop bottle. You just take it and you just put a few drops on your tongue every day. When I started taking that, and it looked like, I think it was the trace minerals. It could have been the other stuff I was taking, but or a combination of all of it. But then after I started taking the trace minerals, I noticed that the biofilm on the outside, on the top of my skin, looked like it was kind of like drying up, and you know, my skin looked kind of scaly, like it was coming off. So I think the trace minerals help with that. But, and there are lots of things you can do and lots of things you can take, and you may be able to just do a little experimenting and find something better that works for you. And if you do, you know, we hope you'll share it with everybody, because everybody's always looking for answers. But that's the 2 most important things, is to remove as much of the Morgellons from the body as you can, and to reduce the frequencies around you. Now, I'm not suggesting that people do what I do and go turn off all your breakers in your house, because everybody's not being targeted like I am. I believe personally that my smart meter has been turned up. It's about turned up full max, or as high as it could be, and I think that's why with my power on, I get sick inside my home. But that's what I'm doing to reduce the frequencies around me. I live in my home with no power except in the kitchen, and what I do is I just run extension cords from the kitchen to, you know, to other places in the house when I need it. And then of course I no longer have Wi-Fi. I have no Wi-Fi in my home. Right now I just use the internet on my phone for everything. For right now, I go to Internet Cafe and upload my videos and all. I do want to get internet back in my home, but if I do, it will not be Wi-Fi. It will have the wires. It will be the Ethernet. It won't be Wi-Fi. So there's, and see, smart meters. Smart meters deliver the radiation through the wiring inside your home. It comes through the wires, and then it comes out through all of your electronics in your home. So whatever you've got in your home that is electric, you're going to have the radiation coming from that, and it's being sent through your home by your smart meter. Okay, your power companies. So if you're having headaches or dizziness, vertigo, or if you're having fatigue, you just feel like you're just unwell inside your home, you might want to first check with your try turning your breakers off in your home and see if that helps, or try turning some of them off and see if that helps first, before you go run off the doctors to spill all this money at the doctors when they're not going to be able to find out what's wrong with you, because they don't know anything about what's going on with the frequencies inside your home. Okay, so start there first. And also, what's the other thing I was talking about? For the targeting, okay. That's it. The issue with the smart meters. Like I said, I pretty much solved that problem here by turning off my power. But I don't know if it's because they just couldn't get me with the smart meters, and now they're hitting me with these lasers. I don't know if that's what it is, or if both of them's always been going on. Okay, but now starting last year, beginning of last year, I started, having the new targeting symptoms. Now this is a new area for me because, like I said, I never noticed this before. It's possible it could have been happening to me all this time and I just didn't notice it. But if it has, then they've just started increasing it. Okay, so I noticed that when I sit close to a window where there's light coming through it, I'll have these like, feel like heat running through my ear, and then I'll hear the frequencies drop in my ear like they're scanning me, and then I'll, sometimes I can get up in time, but other times I can't, and then I'll hear beep, and then I'll be hitting the ear. Okay, and when this happens, when I get hit in the ear, things get crazy because my whole head just starts, all this roaring and spinning sounds in my head and drumming sounds in my head and loud noises in my head, and just like, it's like my whole head is just being taken over by some kind of electronic weapon, and it's just, there's no end to the stuff that goes on in my head. Okay, I'm trying to learn how to protect my head and my ears, but I'm still, like I said, this is a new area for me, so I'm still learning. Okay, so but when all the roaring starts in my head and the drumming starts in my head, and I start getting the headaches and all that, and I try to sleep at night. I can't sleep at night because every time I'll doze off, I'll have like some kind of loud roar that'll shoot through my head and wake me up, and it's miserable because you can't get any rest. There's no rest for it. So what I started doing is I made me some earplugs. I just took some regular earbuds, that you get from the earphones. I just got some of those. I had some old ones here, so I cut the wires off of them, and I just wrapped some aluminum foil around the ends. Okay, so the aluminum foil would be on the outside, and I put those in my ears, and then that way when the frequencies hit it, they'll hit the aluminum foil will help protect my ears. Okay, this does help. Okay, you can just take a regular pair of earplugs, those little soft kind, and you can wrap some aluminum foil around the end of those to put those in your ears, and this will help protect you from the frequencies. It helps me from the signals from the cell towers. Like when they're coming through the house, I can hear them and my ears will start ringing. I hear a tone. But if I got my earplugs in, I notice that it helps protect my ears from the frequencies or the signals from the cell towers. And also, if you this looks kind of blurry right here, don't it? I think my camera's messing up. If you're having the chest pains and shortness of breath from the so-called COVID, which it's nothing but the frequencies around you. If you're having the chest pains and the shortness of breath, you get put those earplugs in your ears. Put you some earplugs in your ears and wrap you some kind of foil on the outside or some kind of metal. If you can get some with metal on the outside, which I don't think you can buy them like that, but there may be some people who might know how to fix it where they can put metal on the outside of their earplugs and put it in. If you can get you some earplugs with some kind of metal on the outside and wear them, okay? Wear those earplugs, you will find your chest pain going away, okay? It will go away and your breathing will get better. But if you, unless you have if you already have lung congestion, if you have lung congestion build up from the radiation around you, which that's what it does, the radiation, the frequencies cause the radiation to move through your home. If you have a lot of radiation in your home, you are going to have fluid build up in your lungs. You're going to have chest pain and you're going to have trouble breathing. If you have the fluid build up in your lungs and you don't have the antibiotics, take the potassium iodide. The potassium iodide, folks, is like an antibiotic. It will clear up the fluid in the lungs. So make sure you keep taking the potassium iodide and do the earplugs with the metal on the outside or the aluminum foil on the outside. Okay, this I found cleared up not only the congestion in my lungs, but the chest pains too, okay? This is what they call the so-called COVID. It's not a COVID virus. Yes, it is a virus, but it's caused from the frequencies around you, the radiation that they're emitting into your house and around you, okay? Earplugs with aluminum foil on the outside and potassium iodide. You can take other things like the essential oils. I'm still doing my essential oil toddies where I drink because that helps with the lungs. Anything else that'll help with the lungs, of course, you can do that too, and the vitamin D3, okay? I'm telling people right now what the COVID is. It is the frequencies, okay? I have experienced this already, and I found ways to stop it. So I'm telling you what's worked for me, okay? Back to the targeting. Like I said, this targeting is new for me, so I'm going to tell you what I know so far, okay? And anything else that I learn from God. And by the way, everything that I get is from divine intervention. Sometimes I get information from other people that works and I use, but most of what I get is from divine intervention, straight from God or Jesus, okay? Because I spend a lot of time in meditation, especially now that the targeting is ramped up. And when I ask Jesus to help me and I ask him what's going on, he always tells me what to do, okay? So with the targeting, right now what's going on with me is they're hitting me in the ears with these lasers, okay? And like I said, when they hit me, my head just starts doing all kind of crazy stuff. Like I have all these sounds in my head, this roaring in my head, okay? My heart start beating real fast. I have heart palpitations, which is anxiety. And then sometimes when they first hit me, sometimes my body will start shaking. Okay, I'll just start trembling all over, and I can't do anything. All I can do is just go into meditation and ask Jesus to help me. But in order to cut down on the effects that the lasers have on the mind, okay, you have to do the earplugs. Like I said, you have to protect your ears, and you're gonna have to cover your head with something, okay? I know this girl that I talked to that was telling me about the charcoal. She said, make you a hat, get you a hat, and put you some foil inside your hat, okay? Now I use aluminum foil to start with, but she said that's not thick enough. So she told me to get some of that aluminum that they use behind dryers. And so I found some of those strips of that, and I just kind of cut them and put them inside a hat. And I had a hat that covered my ears, and I put 3 strips in the top of the hat, and then I cut some smaller ones to go over my ears and put that inside my hat, and that's what I wear. That's what I sleep in now. And mostly I wear it to town sometimes, but not all the time. Because I feel like I need to get a hat that's better, that doesn't look so obvious, a hat that where I can hide the aluminum. So I'm looking for a better hat to wear when I go out. But anyway, right now that's what I'm doing, okay? And also, back to the nanotechnology, or the AI, or the Morgellons, whatever you want to call it. Back to that. It's important that you remove as much of the nanotechnology from the head, because when they hit you in the ears and they hit you in the head, okay, it's the nanotechnology inside your head that's reacting to these lasers, okay? So you have to make sure that you remove as much of the nanotechnology or the Morgellons / artificial intelligence from your head as you can, okay? Once again, the bentonite clay, you can rub it in your head. You can make a paste with it and rub it in your head. You can use the activated charcoal. You can use the Ken's Morgellons gel. I got the recipe for that, like I said, on my YouTube channel. Just look it up. It's Ken's Morgellons gel. You can get the ingredients and mix it up, and you can put that on your scalp. And he also, I think, has a more advanced version of it now. I think he's updated it. He's got it. It's got a stronger formula. And if you want that, if you want to get his stronger formula, for Ken's Morgellons gel, just leave him a comment in the comment section, and he'll let him know that you know, that you're interested in the advanced formula, and if he'll get back with you. He'll either give you his email address or some way to contact you, or he may just want to post it in the comments. Okay. What else? Oh yeah, you can use the essential oils. Okay. The strongest essential oil you can get for the scalp, and some of the strong ones, is the frankincense, the rosemary, the thyme. Thyme is really strong, and this will work good. You just saturate your head with essential oils. Okay, keep something strong on your scalp that will deactivate the nanotechnology. The summer savory is a good one. Thieves oil is good. Tea tree oil is good. Oregano. What else? There's you can use lavender. Lavender is good, but I don't think it's as strong as some of the other ones though. Okay, so you can use the essential oil. Just rub it in your scalp and saturate your scalp with the essential oils. Okay, just keep it on there. Also, there's a guy that's got a skin detox formula, and I don't know if I still have the link for his video, but he's got a formula where he takes he calls it the skin detox, but you can use it over your whole body. Okay, you can use it on the scalp, and you can use it, rub it over the whole body, and he's got a lot of stuff that's inside of it, that's in it. It's like he takes a bottle of vodka, okay, and then he mixes what is it, some kind of magnesium oil and DMSO, and he puts some kind of what is that other thing, some kind of, I don't even remember what all, it's a lot of stuff that goes in it. Okay, and I'll tell you what, I'll try to find the link for that and leave it, you know, in the description box, in case there's anybody that wants to try this guy's skin detox. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff you have to order to put in it, but it might be that you can just take the vodka and mix some other stuff, you know, some other stuff in with it, and or mix whatever you have in with it, you know, to put on your skin, to detox your skin. Okay. But I don't remember his name. It's him and another girl. They take it. They mix all this into the vodka, and then they just pour. They rub it on the skin. I'll try to find that video and leave it in the description box for y'all. I can't really think of all of the detox for the scalp or for the body, but there's a lot out. Okay, like there's a lot of them out there. Okay, like you got Tony P, and then you got Look Out for Charlie, and then you got this other guy that makes the skin detox. That's just 3 plus Ken's Morgellons gel. The essential oil. There's a lot of things you can use to detox the skin and to rub in your scalp. Okay, to remove the Morgellons, the nanotechnology, or the artificial intelligence from the scalp. And if you can get most of the Morgellons removed from the scalp, or at least deactivate it, some of this stuff will just deactivate it, like turn it off. So that way, when you do get hit with these laser weapons, they won't have any effect on you. Okay. So I'm gonna try to leave a link for all these places that I'm talking about. I will leave the link for Ken's Morgellons gel. I will leave the link for Tony P, and I will leave the link for this other guy that has the skin detox. You know, with the vodka, if I can find it. I don't know. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll leave those 3 links so you'll know how to use the skin detox. Okay, and all this can be used in the scalp, all of it. Okay. Also, the other thing I wanted to talk about, like there was something else I wanted to say with the ears. Oh yeah, if you are being hit with the lasers through your ears or through your head. And if you are having strange noises in your head, especially at night when you're trying to sleep, if you're hearing like when you doze off and you hear like ding or rolling sound that sound like, sometimes it sound like snorts, you know, or just, I know last night it sounded like metal scraping just all across my forehead. Okay, if you're having any of this, okay, I found something that helped. Okay, last night when I kept having these sounds, I was trying to doze off and I couldn't get to sleep. I asked Jesus, I said, what can I do for this, Jesus? And what I heard was peroxide. So I got up, okay, I put 3 drops of peroxide, hydrogen peroxide, in my ears. Now I'm talking about the 3%, the kind that you get at the dollar store. You don't want to put food grade peroxide in your ears, okay? The 3%. I put 3 drops of that in both of my ears. I went back to bed and I did not hear any of the sounds in my head. Okay? So these sounds are connected to your ears. When they hit you in the ears with these lasers. This is when all these sounds start in your head. So the hydrogen peroxide in the ears will help. Also, I took the hydrogen peroxide and I just kind of rubbed it all over my my forehead, you know, and around the frontal lobe, or above the forehead where the frontal lobe is, because I really felt like that's where I got yesterday evening when I felt the energy rush through my forehead. I think that's where I got hit, was across my frontal lobe. So after I put the peroxide in my ears, I rubbed some on my top of my head, above my forehead. And then I put my hat on and went back to bed, and I was able to get some sleep. So that worked for me last night. Now, I haven't been using it every night, so whether it's going to continue to work or not, I don't know, but I'm going to keep trying it. Because as long as I'm getting hit, I'm going to have to keep doing all this, okay? That is pretty much all I had today about information about how you can take back control of your life. One more time, it's important to remove the Morgellons from the body. It's important to reduce the amount of frequencies around you. And if you're getting hit in the head, if you're being targeted through the ears or through the head, you're definitely going to need to wear the earplugs and some kind of hat with foil, lined with foil. Oh, and something I didn't mention. If you feel like you're getting hit with signals through your windows, if you see like little red laser lights coming through your windows at night, or if you feel like when you're sitting in front of your windows that you're being hit with something, and sometimes you can feel it. If it hits you in the ear, you're definitely going to feel it. Okay, you're going to hear the frequencies drop, and then sometimes you'll hear the beep, sometimes you won't. Because I noticed they got some weapons where you can hear the beep, and then sometimes you can't hear it. They just sneak up on you. Okay? And if you don't hear the frequencies drop in your ears, then you don't know to move. Okay? So you don't always hear this. Sometimes you do. But anyway, if you feel like you're being hit through your windows with these signals from your cell towers, or wherever they're coming from, I went and bought some of those blackout curtains and put them over my windows where I sleep, and I'm working on putting them on every window in my house, but that's going to be a big investment, you know, and a lot of work. But you definitely want to put the blackout curtains in the rooms that you stay in the most. Make sure there's no cracks showing through. If you can see the sun shining through your curtains, they can hit you through that. I found that out. I was in a place that I thought was safe, and they hit me through the smallest little opening. I know this sounds crazy, folks, but this is happening, okay? And if you're a targeted individual, you know this, okay? That is all the information I have today, but if I get any more information from God about how to take back my life, and it's something that I know I can share with everybody else, I will do it, okay? So I'm going to go for now, and this is just a rundown on how to start taking back control over your life. Okay, and last but not least, don't forget to make your connection with God. If you don't have that connection with God within you, if you don't have the awakened Christ within you, where you go in your heart center and you meditate and you make that connection with Christ within you, you're not going to make it through this, okay? They're not going to stop targeting you. Once they get you tagged, it's like that girl said on from FEMA that I watched on a radio station. Once they tag you as a target individual, they're not going to stop until they take you out, okay? But we got to show them. They have to learn that God is still in control, okay? God is still on the scene. And my candle's going out. Huh. All right. That's all for today, guys. I love you.